All right, for the edges of the tablet slot, what I do is I use a 1/8 inch single flute bit. This bit is from like a set from Amazon, so I mean, I think it was 12 bits for $25. I think you can buy it for $7 by itself at Canadian Tire. However, straight edge wise, you could use a level, you can use anything that has straight edge. A freshly ripped piece of wood will work. It doesn't have to be exact. But yeah, just make sure it's longer and that you can clamp it to the workpiece and then clamp the workpiece to the table so it doesn't move. So the next step is just to measure kind of like the edge of the bit here to the outside. So we're looking at around 1 3/4. I mean, you can do 1 5/8 as a distance from the edge of this straight edge to this line that I drew. So it'll have to be spaced out a bit more than it is right now. So we're about good now. It's about equal all the way up. So the next thing to do before you do this is to measure kind of the end, each end, make it even, kind of measure in the half of the workpiece, work your way another kind of like half of the 11-inch notch. Most tablets are less than that, so I think that's a safe bet. So that's the one end here, the middle. So in this case, the wood's 32 inches long, so that's the 16 mark, and then 5.5 up. So this notch will be about 11 inches long. And then the next step is just to drill a hole here and here, about maybe 1/2 inch deep. That way you can start your router, as I don't have a plunge trim router, and this takes the sketchiness out of both the beginning and end, and it allows you to have a nice rounded end here. So that's always a nice touch. So there you see the drill bits. Basically you just start with the edge of the drill bit on that line. That way that first pass with the router that we measured at 1 5/8 from here, it takes a line out. You can offset the straight edge again, about 1/2 inch, because that's how big the drill bit is, and then do another pass down and you have both edges nice and cleaned out. Then you take it and you move a little bit over each time. So in this case it'll probably be 5 6 passes. If you use the same skinny bit, you can use a wider bit to take the middle out, but yeah, I'll show you the next step. So the clamp setup, this one I was able to clamp both the workpiece and the straight edge to each other to the workbench, so that's fine. The end here I couldn't, but what you do is you just get another clamp and you clamp the workpiece here, so this doesn't move and that doesn't move, so when you're nice and lined up, you don't cry when you go zigzag and have to throw out the whole piece. You can tell if you're on the measurement because you can see the bit just kind of fall right into the edge of that hole there, and then you can move up down here. So I'll show you after one pass, hopefully I don't mess it up. So as you can see, pretty straight, worked all right. The ends are pretty even with the roundness of the holes here. So yeah, just repeat that process down the other side and hollow out the middle and you're done.